Hello and welcome to Posture Pilates. My name's Paul and today I'll guide you through a basic footwork series on the Reformer. Because I like to use the footwork as a warm-up for the legs, I like to use a moderate to heavy resistance with the springs, maybe 3 to 4 springs. We start with heels on the bar, feet are hip distance apart with the heels in line with the sit bones. The ankles are dorsiflexed, trying to keep the toes relaxed. As you press the carriage out and away, you want to make sure both legs are extending at the same time. If you're not sure or you can't feel or see a difference, you can always place a small ball between the knees. It then becomes much more obvious to both the teacher and the participant. From the heels, we move to the midfoot, the plantar area. Try to relax the heels under the bar and the toes over the bar. This is not a very comfortable placement. However, feel reassured you're not going to be here for very long. Throughout the footwork, I want you to think of the thigh muscles as drawing up. I like to use a visualization of pulling skinny jeans on. Moving on to the toes, try to place the weight on the foot bar through the ball of the big toe, the first metatarsal. Avoid wrapping the toes over the bar, and as you press out, avoid the ankle joints swaying outwards. Once again, you can use the Pilates ball between the feet. Try to keep a strong ankle, knee, and hip alignment. From parallel legs, we move to lateral rotation. Once more with the weight on the heels, open the knees out to the side, with the knees roughly in line with the shoulder pads. Avoid the knees from opening too wide and simply flopping out to the side. Here, I'm exhaling as I extend the knee joint and inhaling as I bend them, but of course, you can change the breathing pattern the more you become accustomed to the exercises. Maintaining the same leg position, we switch to the toes. Once again, placing the weight through the first metatarsal and avoid wrapping the big toe around the bar. This can be a very challenging exercise, so you might want to leave this one out until you feel you have the strength to fully press the carriage away whilst maintaining good alignment. From lateral rotation, we move to medial rotation. Placing the heels just slightly wider than hip distance apart, bring the knees towards each other to finish touching. As you press the carriage out, try to keep the knees touching for as long as you can. You straighten the legs, the knees part, and as you bend the knees, they come together as soon as possible. The whole upper thigh bone, the femur, is rolling inwards. Moving to the lower leg, the calf, bring the legs parallel, slightly narrower than hip distance apart, with the weight once again through the ball of the big toe. Press the carriage away. Allow both heels to lower under the bar, then rise up onto the toes. Avoid the ankles from opening out and the weight rolling onto the little toes. Control the pace of the movement. Do not let the heels simply drop under or rise up onto the toes too sharply. For a more dynamic calf press, we move to prancing or running. Allow one heel to lower under the bar as you bend the opposing knee. To assess the stability of the lumbar pelvic region, place the hands onto the pelvis via the ASIS. Avoid sitting or dropping into the hip joint whilst transitioning from leg to leg. To finish, we hold the heel under the bar to maintain a calf stretch. From here, we continue to press the heel under the bar as we bend the supportive knee. This focuses the stretch on the soleus and Achilles tendon. Rise through the center and press to the opposite calf. Once more, bend the supportive knee, continuing to press the heel under the bar. Rise through the toes and allow the carriage to return home. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If so, please consider liking and subscribing, allowing me to grow the channel and make more content such as this.